Be my baby girl forever and ever.
Well, I'm getting ready to get the Rescue Wrangler geared up here for the trip for Terrence to the Montana-Canadian border, and got my snow shovel yesterday. I've had my snowshoes for a while, got those, and my ice chest there. And I've got a crate in there for Terrence if need be. Got some food, some treats, some leash and collar equipment. So, and then my evac bag and supplies for me, emergency supplies for me in there. So I think we're going to be good to go. So it is Thursday, the 1st of February 2024, and there's a very cool rainbow right there. I can vividly see the blue, the green, the yellow, the orange, and the red working from right to left, or red, orange, yellow, green, blue from left to right. So very, very cool. Very glad I had a chance to see that.
Well, good morning all, and today is Friday, the 2nd of February 2024, and I am getting ready for my departure to go take Terrence from the Stockton Animal Shelter to basically Sweetgrass, Montana. It's a U.S. Customs and Border Patrol facility between Canada and Montana, and that's where I'm going to be dropping off Terrence, meeting up with his adopter on the Canadian side of the border. And so I'm going to put in some provisions, and then I'm going to be ready to rock and roll because I've got the Jeep pretty much ready to go. So this is going to be an adventure. Stay tuned. Okay, well, I got my provisions set in. I got 3 Smart Waters, some carrots, some protein shakes, some Coke Zero, of course, cherry Coke Zero, some V8 juice, and some apples. It's a little dark out, but I left the motorhome at 5:50 a.m. and it's now 6:02 as I make my way to Stockton. It's about a 2-hour drive to Stockton, so we'll keep doing updates. Well, I'm at the off-ramp for the Stockton Animal Shelter here at the I-5 and California State Route 4 and Charter Way. And we're going to go head over to the shelter now and pick up Terrence. Well, we are on Charter Way now. We're going to stop at the Arco station up here first, top off the fuel tank so that we can go as far as we can on the first run to getting Terrence to the Canadian border up there in Montana. Here's the Arco station. Well, here's Terrence with me. We're getting ready to leave. It's at the Stockton Animal Shelter. You ready, buddy? You ready, Terrence? Well, we're on the road, and we've left the Stockton Animal Shelter, and we are headed towards the I-80, going up the I-5, and we're got quite a drive ahead of us. Terrence was a little anxious about me. His tail was wagging, but he was barking at me like, I don't know who you are, you're scared, I'm scared, you're scary, I'm scared, blah, blah, blah. But we got past that pretty quickly, and so he's just crashed out in the back seat, and we're on the road. So we'll take a look here outside real quick. Getting a little rain right now, according to KCRA. It's probably going to be snowing up on I-80, so this ought to be interesting. But you know, we'll get through it. So stay tuned. We probably got about an hour until, well, hour and a half before we get to the Nyack area.
We've got about an hour and a half until we get to Nyack, California, a little bit more than that. That's where I expect to see snow, Nyack or beyond that, as we continue climbing in elevation towards Donner Summit. So stay tuned. Well, Terrence is just sitting in the back there, taking it all in as we go down the road here. Getting ready to get on the Interstate 80 going towards Reno. Hi, buddy. Well, we stopped at Nyack here to put on fuel. I had probably plenty of range to get to Reno, but I just wanted to top off to be safe. Well, working on getting Terrence acclimated to the idea of snow here. Walked him over here to see if he wants to go potty. And I think he does. Oh, good boy. Good boy, Terrence. Good boy. What a good boy. There's Terrence. There's Terrence. Hey, buddy. Terrence. Hi, buddy. Good boy. Well, we're just continuing to make our way in the direction of Reno, headed towards Donner Summit. Still no snow on the roadway, and the highway warning signs saying chains required have not lit up yet, so that's good. The temperature outside is 30 degrees, and I'm guessing we're at about 6,000 feet. And the time is 11 o'clock. I also love how gas is $1.50 more expensive up here than it is down in the valley. There's just something wrong with that. I do realize that they have to transport it further, but in Wairika, it wouldn't be that bad. And Wairika is a whole lot further from a refinery in the Bay Area than we are here on the 80. But they know people will pay it. Well, we're coming up on the Donner Pass rest area, which I believe is closed. But yeah, it's been snowing and it's 27 degrees out, but fortunately it's been warm enough recently that the road hasn't frozen solid, so we're not having any snow accumulation on the road. Yeah, there's a big old snow berm there at the Donner Pass rest area. We're just coming up on the sign here that says Donner Summit 7227. Well, we're on the east side of the Donner Summit Pass and making our way towards Reno, continuing on to Montana. And it's, you know, cloudy here, but I'm still at probably 6,000 feet. The temperature's about 30 degrees out, but the pavement's dry because, of course, snow shadow caused by the mountain. And just everything's going well. There's Terrence. He's seeing somebody there. Terrence, buddy. Hey. He's a good boy. Well, I'll be honest. I don't know exactly where we are. We're on Interstate 80 heading eastbound. I just got myself reservations at a La Quinta in Butte, Montana for the night for me and Terrence. And then it's about a 4-hour drive from Butte, Montana to the adopter up in that I'm going to be meeting in Cootz, which is just north of the Montana-Canada border. Terrence is being just a wonderful companion. There he is. I think he's bored in the back. He doesn't quite know what to do with toys. And I think he wants to be up front with me. So when I take my next break, I may bring him up front with me. We'll see. we're continuing to make our way across Nevada, and it's very pretty out here. As you can see, there's been a lot of snow in the past. The roads right now are dry and clear, but there has been a lot of snow out here. Well, I'm getting passed by a Cybertruck. There you go. Cybertruck in the wild. Okay, well, I have Terrence up here in the passenger seat now, and I made a little space for him so that he could lay as comfortably as possible in the front seat. That's the wide angle lens on now. Terrence is such a good boy. He is just blowing my doors off as to how good he is. I'm just going to lay here. So Terrence is in a quandary. He wants to be in the back seat, I think. I think actually he expressed his anal sacs on the blankets that I had up front here, and I think he's trying to get away from it. But he hasn't quite figured out how he's going to jump from the armrest to the back seat. And so he's struggling with that. Getting ready to go into a tunnel here. First tunnel we've been through on this trip. And we've been on the road for about 575 miles. And there's the tunnel. Just something a little different for you to see. Well, I'm about 30 miles west of Wells, and it's snowing out. I'm probably at about 4,000 feet. It's 31 degrees out. So probably not going to stick at this elevation and this temperature, but yeah, we're getting some more snow. Definitely a weather-filled trip. I'm seeing mountain ranges with snow on the tops of them, in front of me, and off to the side of me. It's very cool. And there's Terrence. He's eating his dinner. Good boy, Terrence. Little dinner on the road. It's 5:45, so it's about dinner time. Good boy, Terrence. Good boy. Well, it is Friday night. It's 9:26 Pacific time, 10:26 Mountain time, and I've hit fog. Great. I still got about 4 hours to drive. It's going to get longer now that I'm in fog, because I've had to slow down by about 15 miles an hour to safely navigate it. We are east of Idaho Falls, and continuing on. Oh, we're climbing up a little bit in altitude, so maybe we're gonna get out of this fog a little bit, so that's good. But at any rate, just wanted to share that with everybody, that's what we were facing. So hopefully we'll stay up in altitude above the fog for a little bit until I get to an area where maybe there is no fog. That'd be good. So here we are. It's about 1 o'clock Mountain Time. No, I'm sorry. 12:30 Mountain Time, and we're in Du Bois, Idaho, I think. But we're just getting ready to head north to Montana. Got about 2 hours to go to Butte, and then I'm going to bed. Well, it is 1 o'clock on Saturday morning, Mountain Time, and I've got more fog. Yay. My ETA now, because I think I made my last stop before the hotel, is now about 3:10 a.m. on Saturday morning, so I got about another hour and 20 minutes, or 2 hours and 20 minutes worth of driving to do. If I didn't have the fog, it'd be a whole lot more comfortable to drive it. And I have seen 0 hotels or motels along the route that I've been on tonight. I seriously considered pulling over someplace else and getting a motel, but that hasn't happened. And it would get freaking cold in the car if I slept in the car overnight. So that's not going to happen. So we're just going to keep plugging away here, making our way to Butte, and eventually going to go to bed. If I get to the point to where I'm dropping or drooping, I'll pull over and nap for maybe a half hour or something. But so far I'm doing good. Terrence is being a rock star. Oh yes, one observation as a California resident and visiting another state, I sure love Caltrans. There was a couple of sections of the road that I've been through tonight that there was snow on the road, and Caltrans would have been out plowing it and putting down cinders, and there was nothing here in Idaho and Nevada. So I sure am thankful for Caltrans in the state of California. I'm trying to go to sleep. Somebody's been sleeping in the car all day, so he's like wound up and ready to go. I am not. Good night. Well, good morning. Today is Saturday. Still. The 3rd of February, 2024. And I'm out here with Terrence, taking care of some morning chores. And lots of strange noises in the hotel as people get up and run their water and stuff. And so Terrence is awake, so I'm awake. So being a fellow Jeep owner, I ducked this guy with one of my doggy duckies. So I'm now going to head out with Terrence to get some breakfast, some fuel, and then head north to the border. And there's Terrence. He's waiting, ready to go. Huh, buddy? Good boy. Not quite sure. I got like a sports complex out here. Of course, it's not used this time of year. But, yeah, Butte is a good-sized town compared to the nothingness I experienced most of the night last night. But we're going to get some fuel, which won't be a problem. Going to get some breakfast, which won't be a problem. And then we're going to head on up to the Canadian border. So you should be able to see him there as he's sleeping away, riding in comfort. So I am on the last hour and a half of the drive to Cootz, Alberta, Canada, which is just on the north side of the Montana Canadian border. And so got out and got a little gas a little while ago. Got Terrence out for a walk, and then we're finishing our last push to Canada. Gonna do the meet and greet, the handoff, and then head back to Butte, Montana, so that I can get some sleep. Well, we're only a minute out or so from the port of entry, coming up on Sweetgrass, which is the U.S. border side of things, and we're gonna go into the Canadian port of entry and drop off Terrence. Here we are at the Canadian port of entry. They've only got one gate open, so we're gonna go talk to them. I'm gonna stop the recording while I go into the POE here. Well, there was a little bit of a problem at the border because of the way we did the importation, but we're good to go, and now we're gonna go drop him off with his adopter. Yeah, so we got to the hotel room this morning, and he was like, Eric, I'm ready to party. And I'm like, I just want to go to sleep. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. We won't be very many miles down the road, and he'll be in the back seat. Right?
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Take care. It's been an honor. So I'm now returning to the USA after dropping off Terrence with his new owner Randy and his mom Valerie. So happy for Terrence, happy for Randy and his mom. Well, I'm headed back to Butte, Montana after dropping off Terrence and doing the port of entry and getting some gas on board. So it was 1,371 miles from Oregon House to Stockton and then to the Canadian border here in Sweetgrass, Montana. All in all, went great. Hoping for a uneventful trip on the way home as well. Well, it is Saturday evening about 6:50 Mountain Standard Time, and I'm heading back to the hotel in Butte, Montana. I'm south of Helena, Montana, about 43 miles from Butte, and I got another snow squall. Yay, snow squalls. I'm a little too tired for this. But at any rate, yeah, it's been a weather-filled adventure for getting Terrence to his adopter. It's been a lot of snow, a lot of rain, which normally I don't mind that, but doing these long drives, it's just really taxing. But like I said, only 43 miles from Butte, Montana, so I'm getting there. Well, good morning. Today is Sunday, the 4th of February, 2024. So, heading out of the La Quinta parking lot here. It was a very nice stay at La Quinta. They also had the breakfast buffet set up. I was a little early, so there wasn't anything in the way of hot food, but there was fruit cups and yogurt and things like that. So really, and a banana and juice. So really got everything I needed to get my day started. And so we're gonna just move on to our next destination, which hopefully is Sacramento/Oregon House, but it may be spending a night in a hotel somewhere along the way. So we'll keep you posted. Well, I am making my way south on I-15, south of Butte, Montana, and it's a balmy 21 degrees out this morning. So I'm traveling about 35 miles an hour on this icy, snowy road behind two big rigs ahead of me. So until I get to where there's some clear pavement, we're just gonna cruise back here at a safe distance. Well, I'm in Lima, Montana, and making my way back to Sacramento, and the Jeep is just been a rock star on this trip. Couldn't be happier with the 4xe platform the Jeep has put together on my 22 Jeep Wrangler 4xe. Well, I'm making my way south on I-15 from Idaho Falls to Pocatello, Idaho, and I just thought this was beautiful out here. Just really pretty. I do love snow, and I don't mind visiting it as long as I'm not on a tight schedule, which unfortunately on this trip I am. Heading home from dropping off Terrence at his adopters. Got a very pretty drive ahead of me coming up. Just love seeing all that snow on the hills there, the mountains. There's a view as I get closer to this mountain range here. Very pretty. This is the location of the Hanson Bridge, which there was a suspension bridge here back in the early days for farm carts and wagons, and then early automobiles. And this is the Snake River, which was jumped by Evel Knievel in his rocket-powered motorcycle back in like the 1980s. Well, there's Battle Mountain, Nevada, as I'm heading south on 93 towards the 80 and then head towards Elko. Well, I'm about an hour and a half outside of Elko, Nevada, and it's very pretty right out here. It's 29 degrees out, so any precipitation is going to be snow. And we are having a system coming through California today, so probably going to get some snow here in Nevada. I'm going to put into Elko and get some gas, and then I will try pushing on to Reno. We'll see how that goes. But so far the trip home has been relatively smooth once I got out of the snow belt of Montana this morning. Well, I'm making my way from Reno to Oregon House. I'm between Truckee, I'm just west of Truckee, on my way to the Donner Lake Pass. And I get a kick out of the fact that it's 33 out after we had a pretty decent atmospheric river storm come through this weekend. But I should be into Oregon House by about midnight. There is chain controls here on 80, but and the trucks are honoring that. Speed limit is 30. They just do a more thoughtful job here in California when you've got adverse weather conditions than in some other states. So I'm good paying my taxes and having a better experience and a safer experience. So there you go. At any rate, that pretty much should wrap it up for this trip to Canada, to Cootz, Alberta, Canada, to drop off Terrence with his adoptive family. He's now known as Mr. T. So yeah, so it's all good. And once I get down to Rockland, it ought to be smooth sailing. So on a road trip such as this, I drink a lot of fluids. And so we've got the fallout from the road trip, which was at least 6 Smart Water bottles, 2 cans of V8 juice, 2 cans of Cherry Coke Zero, 2 bottles of Cherry Coke Zero to keep me going during the trip. Well, today is Friday, February 9th, 2024, my birthday. And this is the sunset I'm seeing this evening here in Lake of the Springs. This is going to be my last time staying here for a while. I've got reservations at other locations, and but this was a very pretty way to kind of bring my stay here at Lake of the Springs to an end. It's Friday, tomorrow's Saturday. I'm going to go walk dogs with Allie, and then leave here on Sunday morning. So don't know when I'll see a sunset like this here again, so I wanted to get it. Well, good morning, and today is Saturday, the 10th of February, 2024, and I'm getting ready to head off to the city of Stockton's Animal Shelter to walk some dogs and put them through some skills and get some video footage. I'm going to be leaving tomorrow for Lake Minden. Don't know when I'm going to be back up here because it's kind of a long drive for a commute, but I really enjoy this park and wanted to show you something. So up at the top of that hill over there, there's actually snow. You can see a trail of white coming down from the top, which is probably a frontage road for power lines. And then there's snow below it. It's kind of like an upside down T almost. So anyway, just kind of thought that was interesting. Really have enjoyed our stay here, as always, at Lake of the Springs. And so we'll be heading out tomorrow for Lake Minden. Well, today is Sunday, the 11th of February, 2024. Happens to be Super Bowl Sunday. And it is about 11:35 on Sunday afternoon or Sunday morning, and fired up the motorhome here at the Thousand Trails Lake Minden and getting ready to hook up the Jeep to it. And then we're going to head off to, Lake of the Springs is where we're at. And then we're going to head off to Lake Minden. So that's the plan for today. If we're lucky enough to get set up in time, may even take in some of the ball game. Well, we've arrived at Thousand Trails in Lake Minden here, and got the motorhome all set up. About the only thing I got left to do is the sunshade, but right now Remy and I are going to go run and do some grocery shopping, and then we'll catch what's left of the Super Bowl when we get back. It's a nice site, and nice view in the backyard there, so that's cool. So today is Tuesday, the 13th of February, 2024. And I love this park. If for nothing else, some of the most beautiful sunrises. So this is Woody, Karen and Mike's dog, and he is getting transported to Petaluma, which that's the home of Lily's Legacy Senior Dog Rescue. And he's going to a foster down there, but he's actually meeting a potential adopter before they even get to Petaluma. And so we'll see what happens. He may actually have a home before he gets to Petaluma. But at any rate, this is him. He's a great boy. I love him and I miss him, and I'm sorry that this happened to you, buddy. But I am super glad that Michelle reached out to me so that I can say hi to him, because he's a great boy. He's a great boy. Woody's a good boy, aren't you, buddy? Woody's a good boy. Yes, he is. I love you, buddy. I love you, Pally. I love you. He's a good boy. Can I come in and get a smooch? Hi, buddy. Hi. 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 I love you. Oh, thank you, Woody. Good boy. Good boy. Getting smooches from Woody. So today is Friday, the 16th of February, 2024, and I'm up here at Karen and Mike's in Phoenix, Oregon, at 202 South Rose Street, and this is probably going to be the last time I'm going to visit here, unless something odd happens, because Karen and Mike are moving on like the 2nd or 3rd of March, so just a couple of weeks away. But Steve and Len are in the guest bedroom, and I'm in the den or the office at their house here. And they've got this kind of large love seat sort of thing that also turns into a twin bed, which I haven't slept in a twin since like I was in junior high or high school. And so yeah, this is it's not bad. I don't mind a twin bed. The only problem is when you have a dog who is used to having her half of the bed, which is this half of a queen size bed, and she still wants that space. It's a little bit more of a challenge. So I'm kind of scrunched up here, got my legs kind of curled up, and still trying to give her some space so that she's comfortable, because it's all about the dog's comfort, right? And I certainly don't mind, but it could be a couple of rough nights, but it'll be fine. So anyway, that's it. I'm gonna work on helping to load the pod for Karen and Mike tomorrow, and get them ready to move out. So yeah, that's where we're at. And it's packing day. Starting to pack Karen and Mike's stuff away in the pod to go to Connecticut. We're slowly loading stuff in here, getting things loaded up. Uncle Chuck's here helping, so we're making headway. Well, we're slowly making progress here. Actually getting more in here than I thought. I mean, I thought we'd get it all in, but we're doing better than I thought we would. Well, there's the pod of Karen and Mike's. It's pretty well packed and ready to go for its trip to Connecticut, but Chris's friend Kate and her husband Dave are going to come over and finish packing it up. So yeah, they're going to help them get this finished up. Well, I'm at the Shasta Valley Vista Point, and this view never gets old. Nothing is finer than to be a Jeep owner and to duck another Jeep owner. So I ducked this 4xe, and this was actually at the breakfast at the Masonic Lodge here in Wairika for Rescue Ranch. So it was a win-win. It's very cool. Well, I'm here at the old stomping grounds of the Wairika RV Park, and park looks good, just like it did the last time I was here. It's well maintained. And there's a new and open addition over here of the kids' play structure, which they got that all finished up and looking good. So that's really nice. Glad they got that done for them. So just here getting the Jeep charged up at the truck stop. Remy and I are walking around and getting Remy a chance to get a little exercise, and then we'll head back to the Jeep, and then we'll head out of here. Well, I'm out here at the bypass to Montague, and I'm out here, just made a stop because I just love Mount Shasta and love having the Jeep in the shot. And then as I pan off to the left here, there's Goose Nest. Well, I'm stuck, or at least it seems like I'm stuck. We're going to see if I can get myself unstuck. But yeah, I tend to be kind of stuck in the snow here. Came looking for some snow and I found it. Yep, I'm stuck in the snow. We're going to see if we can get out of it. It's not good. I mean, I'm not that deep, but it's sure not good either. Well, I wanted to find some snow, and I went and found it. So now the Jeep's stuck. So I gotta finish trying to free things up a little bit here. Okay, we're going to see if this gets me out. I'm glad I had the snow shovel. Let's see just how glad I am in a minute. Let's see what happens. Okay, well, okay, I may call Austin in a bit. There's Remy. There's Remy. Remy's waving. She says, I love you. Hi. He's a good girl. So today is the 22nd of February 2024, and I'm here at Lake Minden. And I washed the Jeep today, so now I'm going to put the car cover on it. Washed it and gave it a Aero Cosmetics wipe down, so she looks all spiffy, so we're going to throw the car cover on it. Well, and there she is with the car cover on. You know, I don't have myself a garage, but I do have myself a car cover, and it fits around very nicely. It's actually the car cover that was for the JK gray, and then was able to use it here on the JL on the 4xe, so very happy with it. Well, Remy's working on her vitamin K here. We're at the Thousand Trails at Lake Minden, and it's a beautiful day out, and so just enjoying it, and Remy is laying there enjoying it. So people are out working on their rigs and their cars and stuff, just, you know, cleaning up, and I'm actually doing the same and just enjoying some sunshine. It turned out that today, because it was so beautiful, that I wanted to put the drone up. I wanted to get an idea of what the surrounding area looked like. I was far enough from the Sacramento Metro Airport that I didn't have any flight restrictions in this area. As you can see, the area is surrounded by farmland. I love seeing how everything turns green in late winter and early spring. Today is Monday, the 26th of February, 2024, and I'm out here at Lake Minden, making our rounds around the lake this evening. Got off work, and now I'm getting things getting a little exercise. So it's a beautiful evening out, but it's supposed to rain tonight, so that's okay.